Hey there, fellow car nerds. Thanks for tuning in to MG Guy Vintage Vehicles. Greg here again with another 10 kit cars and replica vehicles available for sale across North America this week. There may be blemishes on these vehicles, but that's okay. It's all about getting behind the wheel and going for a cruise in a car you love, not impressing the purists at the car show. Links for each of these vehicles are included in the video description below. Alright, let's go with today's vehicles for sale. Okay, let's get started with this 1958 Porsche Speedster 356 replica, listed for $29,000 US in Norco, California. Its condition is listed as used good and from the seller's description. Custom built on a VW chassis by Classic Motor Carriages, Rancho 4-speed transmission, 2110cc GEX crate motor, dual Delorto carbs, 4-wheel disc brakes. And up next we have this 1965 Myers-Manx Towed Dune Buggy, listed for $30,000 US in Bayville, New Jersey. It is an automatic transmission and from the seller's description. I would consider a trade for a backhoe or bobcat. 1965 Myers-Manx Towed Dune Buggy, custom built by Bruce Myers in 1965, VW 1300cc 4-speed transmission, off-road tires, shifts and handles great, street legal in many states. Alright, a little more on the expensive side. You might want to check your couch for some coins. Here we have a 1965 Ford Shelby Daytona, listed for $110,000 US in New Hyde Park, New York. It's been driven 4,100 miles and has an automatic transmission. From the seller's description, 1965 Factory 5 Ford Shelby Daytona replica, 430 horsepower, LS3 engine, no rust, seatbelts are racing ones, automatic transmission, drives well. Alright, this one has been submitted by viewer Billy. Appreciate that, Billy. Thanks very much. If you happen to run into a vehicle you think might be suitable for one of my videos, please send me the link to mguyvintagevehicles@gmail.com. There is a link to that email below in the details of this video. Alright, so here we have a 1974 Sterling, listed for $13,250 US in French Lick, Indiana. It is a manual transmission, and from the seller's description. Titled as a 1965 VW Beetle in Indiana, 1974 Sterling kit car on a 1965 VW Beetle chassis. The top works great. New build 1600. The body is free of any cracks and paint is in good shape. Runs, shifts and stops as it should. All lights, turn signals and horn work as they should. Open to cash offers. And here we have a 1980 Thoroughbred Tiger, listed for $9,500 US in Sandpoint, Idaho. It is a manual transmission, and from the seller's description. Only 236 made with the Ford 2.3 Mustang II engine and running gear, 4-speed manual transmission. Will consider trades. Alright, here we have a 1984 Lamborghini listed for $7,000 US in Middle River, Maryland. It has a manual transmission, and from the seller's description, 1984 Lamborghini kit car, built on a 1984 Pontiac Fiero, but with a 1985 Fiero V6 GT engine. I doubt it runs right now. Garage kept entire time. $7,000 or best offer. Will also trade for a golf cart. Okay, a little bit old school here. We have a 1923 Ford T-Bucket listed for $35,000 US in Edgewater, Maryland. It is an automatic transmission, and from the seller's description, 1923 Ford T-Bucket with a Chevy 502 cubic inch engine, turbo 400 automatic with 9-inch forward rear. Alright, here we have another one submitted by viewer Billy. Thank you again, Billy. Here we have a 1978 Morgan M3W listed for $18,999 US in Louisville, Kentucky. It's been driven 3,000 miles and has an automatic transmission. From the seller's description, 1978 Moto Guzzi replica of a 2011 Morgan M3W cycle car, 1000S engine mated to a Moto Guzzi convert 2-speed automatic transmission. The rear brakes are OEM Moto Guzzi. The front brakes and rotors are for a 1980 Toyota truck, titled as a 1978 Moto Guzzi. Alright, a second dune buggy in today's video, a 1964 Maxi Taxi, listed for $10,000 US in Middleburg, Florida. Its condition is listed as used like new, and from the seller's description, this buggy is top notch, everything new, new disc brakes, clutch, pressure plate, throwout bearing, tires and wheels, all of the lights, interior, battery, paint, carburetor, floor pans, starter, transaxle, boots. This bug runs amazing. Alright, now bringing up the rear, this is not an actual car for sale, it's a Charger Smythe kit to turn the Dodge Charger into a Ute, listed for $5,185 US in Fort Worth, Texas. Its condition is listed as new, and from the seller's description, I have 2 new kits made by Smythe Performance for sale. You can take a 2005 to 2023 Charger and turn it into a unique and fun ride. The pictures show examples of what builders have done with the basic kit. These kits do not require welding. They are meant to be built by DIYers in the garage in about 60 to 70 hours. Okay, so that's it for today's vehicles. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are enjoying my content, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button below or using the link in the channel details below the video. For about the price of a cup of coffee per month, you'll not only be helping me produce these videos, but you'll have access to each and every video before they go live on YouTube, usually around 24 hours ahead of the videos going live. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.